But we're gonna talk now, all right, we're gonna settle into tassel jewelry because I have no idea how, it reminds me kind of like a chandelier that you get to wear. I feel like you can't go wrong with the tassel, and I've seen a lot of kind of interpretations. I feel like this one is elegant enough to wear black tie, but I think it would be cool and funky with like a little leather jacket and a white t-shirt.
And a white t-shirt or a man-tailored shirt under, and this going right underneath it, it just pops.
I love it, I love it. So when you take a look at the necklace, what really kind of stands out to me is the cap at the top of the tassel has 2 layers, and they, almost like a pagoda, you know, kind of like this Asian-inspired pagoda, and it has movement, so you see that the top kind of turns, and when you know, when you move around, there's so much movement in this, so you've got the movement of the tassels, these 2 move independently as well.
So I always add a little whimsy to my jewelry, simply because why take life so seriously?
Listen, I don't think I would have survived if I took life seriously, to be honest with you. Absolutely love it. What inspired you to create this piece?
I actually was in Vietnam, and we were caught in a typhoon. And
what?
Yes, we were caught in a typhoon, and we were stranded in, I forget the part of Vietnam I was in, for 4 days. And I saw every shade of gray that existed. It was quite an experience. But through this devastation, there was light. There was still glistening. There was still a sense of, I was gonna be okay. And that's the piece that came out of it.
I did not expect you to have a typhoon story.
Yes, I do.
That's not where I thought you were going with that.
I have a typhoon story.
And by the way, these are color-enhanced black agate smooth beads, 6 millimeter. So what you're seeing is, you know, genuine beads on the necklace there. I wanted to mention that. The earrings are only $49.95. These are long earrings. I don't know, Rachel, if you have do I have my ruler? I think it's down there. I want to show you guys, because these have a really nice drop. Thank you. It's Rachel's last day, you know, she got a promotion. She's not gonna be on the floor doing this anymore.
Good luck.
We're gonna miss her. Maybe I can get her on TV at some point. She's like, no.
No, not doing that.
Not doing that. I'd be surprised what I can make people do. All right, so here we go. This is about 3 inches of a drop there, and you see the sparkle at the top. And these are made beautifully. By the way, the other thing is these are butterfly clutch back, but look how big it is in the back. That's the first thing I noticed.
It sits beautifully on the ear, because, you know, after a while, sometimes the lobe gets a little soft. That will make it sit beautifully. And the length is significant, but it's not too long, so that even if it touches a little bit of your shoulder, it's soft. It'll still be smooth.
Yeah, I mean, I think that they're perfect. I mean, they have, if you've got long hair, if you pull your hair back and just kind of show them you've got short hair that really pop. I love them. It's almost like a little bit of a twist on a classic, but it looks like a classic in and of itself. Because it has kind of like, your jewelry has like a very international flair to it. It's so beautiful.
Thank you.
So what kind of woman would wear this?
I gotta tell you, this is a very versatile. My pieces are versatile. And I would say that there is a woman out there that wants to just zhuzh herself up just to go out for dinner. But yet there's that woman who's used to being elegant and who has that, you know, the designer bags. That's for her as well. We don't have to box ourselves in. There's plenty of options here where you can just decide, you know what? I'm going for this. Don't let yourself be constricted by one design, one element. If you like it, go ahead, wear it, make it part of your day.
I love it. And Daryl, how many did you say we had left of these? Like 200? Oh, 100 left now. Very popular. So 100 people. So give us a call if you're getting this. Remember, you will be her very first call. You're gonna be the first one. I actually, you know what, how I remember, I've been here for 10 years, my first caller was named Helen.
Helen,
it was like the
go.
weirdest, my very
Joyce
first call that I ever got.
Joyce is
Maybe
out
there's
there,
a
give me a call.
Yeah, and if you're ordering, stay on the line and say hi. This is like a really big deal. You know, when you have a designer, to be in a room with one-on-one clients, now she's in front of 100 million homes. That's a jump. You guys are watching it. So give us a call, 1-866-376-8255, and freak you out right there. It's really just us alone, like in this little room. Just us. Don't worry about it. But I think that you guys are gonna love this. Now, this is not sort of this mass produced,
No.
where there's 20,000 of them.
No.
So, you know, this isn't what this is. Very limited quantities. And when you get this, it's the kind of piece that you're gonna get compliments from. Your friends may even ask you where you got it, and you may say HSN, and there probably won't be any more,
Right.
because it's a very limited, kind of like a capsule collection. And we love that you're doing this. Now, are you in any major department stores?
No, there's all small little venues, one-on-one,
One-on-one
or
and
small ladies events that I do that are, of course, there are 300, 400, 500 ladies who come, but there's only, you know, 2 or 3 of a style.
2 or 3
Of whatever I do.
Of whatever you do, and then that's it.
And then that's it.
And so this is probably the most amount you've ever made.
Yes. This is the most I've ever done in anything, or anybody seeing me all at once. I mean, it's quite nerve-wracking, but I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, it's exciting.
You're doing a fabulous job.
Okay.
You're doing a fabulous job. Now, when you have these pieces, do you do like one piece that you build yourself, or do you do from sketches?
No. I start with an idea, of course, and I do. Sometimes I might sketch it, but it's actually building the piece. I lay out the stones, I lay out or I might cut out something on cardboard, a shape of something, and lay that out. But then you just build on it, and you keep building on it until you say, oh, okay, this is gonna work. Then you make it completely as if you were going to be presenting it to the client.
So I wear it.
Yeah, that's me. I wear it, and then I say, and then I tweak it. And then after I've tweaked it, it's done.
Who taught you how to do this?
Other designers, other people who knew much more than I did. I became an apprentice to people who were really good, and they taught me.
And did you kind of know from being like the corporate, you know, wife in that world, so you knew fancy designers from that?
I knew I loved jewelry. I knew I loved to travel, and I knew I had to figure it out.
Right.
So I did. I always had a sense of jewelry and how jewelry was made, but my penchant was always classic jewelry. That's what I loved, that's what I understood, and I had to figure out a way how to make it modern, how to make it accessible for the day-to-day woman. Because you even asked me, who wears who do I design for? I design for every woman, because every woman I feel I can have a conversation with. And so then I look to do that on my pieces.
Yeah, and then you say, okay, you know, what are you wearing it for? What does he need for? What are you wearing it with? And then you kind of create, this was kind of like the opposite for you.
Yeah.
You were like, I'm gonna create a piece, and then you decide how you want to do it. So This is kind of like your opposite process.
An opposite process, exactly. It is. It is.
Well, I love it. I mean, tassels, I feel like, I know that they kind of came into vogue a few years ago, but it's like anything else, like animal print that like is a fad, and then now it's like here for forever. I feel like tassels are here for forever. There's something about the artistry of that. And I know I keep talking about my trip. I just got back from Paris. I went to Versailles, and I love that kind of opulence and sparkle. Everybody loves sparkle throughout history. I was a history major in college, and I do love architecture, art, and there's really not a culture from the Egyptians to the, you know, monarchy, anything that don't love that kind of, you know, in whether they're home decor or on themselves.
And you can see how the classics can inspire you to have a contemporary conversation.
100%. And I see kind of like that Asian inspired, like that kind of pagoda, like the shape of it.
Exactly.
But then you see, it's almost like a waterfall coming out of it. It's like a very, very different. And remember, very, very limited. I'm so glad you guys are loving it. Brand